To the outside world, Grandma and Grandpa were the definition of a lifetime romance. 50 years of marriage. But men, here is the dark truth about long marriages that nobody talks about. That smile wasn't born out of simple happiness. It was born out of a calculated, silent psychological battle that almost tore them apart. In her early 20s, her ordinary world was built on pure devotion. She followed the traditional script, pouring 100% of her identity into being a wife. But then, everything changed. She discovered a betrayal, a breach of trust that completely shattered her reality. The illusion was dead. The journey had begun. She didn't just cry. She packed her bags. She took the children. And she crossed the ultimate threshold. She walked away. She shattered the comfort zone. This is where most modern men completely misunderstand female psychology. When a good woman leaves, men assume it's an ultimatum, an emotional tantrum, or another attempt to manipulate them. It isn't. Grandma entered what psychologists call the road of trials. She faced crushing social stigma, financial uncertainty, sleepless nights, and the unbearable weight of watching her love slowly disappear. She wasn't testing Grandpa. She was testing the reality of her own independence. Meanwhile, Grandpa entered his own psychological nightmare. The silence inside the house became louder than any argument they had ever had. For the first time, he was forced to confront a brutal truth. His ego had blinded him to the value of the woman standing beside him all those years. Then came the final confrontation, the standoff. But here's the part history rarely tells you. Grandma did not return because she was weak. She did not return because she couldn't survive on her own. And she certainly didn't return because she suddenly forgot the betrayal. She returned for one reason: to lay down the law. In psychology, this is the moment where cognitive dissonance is finally resolved. A woman can survive hardship. She can survive disappointment. She can even survive heartbreak. But she cannot live beside a man who repeatedly insults her intelligence by refusing to admit his own failures. And this is the real reason she stayed. Grandpa didn't offer cheap apologies. He didn't make excuses. He didn't gaslight her. He didn't shift the blame. He experienced something far more painful: an ego death. He accepted total, unconditional accountability. Grandma's transformation wasn't about becoming more submissive. It was realizing that her greatest power wasn't running away forever. Her greatest power was returning from a position of absolute leverage and rebuilding the relationship on entirely new terms. She didn't stay for the children. She stayed because Grandpa rebuilt an environment where trust could exist again. He didn't demand forgiveness. He earned it, brick by brick by brick. She returned to the marriage, but she didn't return as the innocent young woman who had once walked down the aisle. She returned as the matriarch, the woman who preserved her family through psychological resilience. Men, the lesson is simple. A high-value woman will leave the moment your ego becomes more important than your respect for her, but she will fight through the storm. If you have the courage to fix what you broke, if you want to understand how the female mind truly operates under pressure, hit subscribe, because in the next documentary, we'll decode the next layer.